Hey gang, it's Jay, and I am doing my first ever knife review. One of the forums I belong to, Off the Grid forum, there's a member who is a custom knife maker. His company is Steadfast Handcrafted Knives. At the end of the video, I'll post a link down below there to his Facebook page. Does custom orders, he has knives for sale. Really cool dude. Really with it and really takes a lot of pride in his work, and he's very sincere and honest about his knife making, so I personally enjoy that. So we are doing a pass-around knife, and it's a Puko style knife that he made. He wanted to get an idea on what people felt about the design of the knife and the overall feel and performance of it. So I was the first person on the list. I told him I'd do a video just to go over a little bit of it and you know, see what everyone thinks. So stay tuned, we'll go through it. Just to start off with, once again, this is my first review, so bear with me on this. I'm probably gonna butcher it, but we're gonna do it. So like I said at the beginning, it's a Puko style knife. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Forgive me if I'm not. Overall length is 8.5 inches. Has a 3 3/4 inch cutting edge. It is, whoops, I have a cheat sheet, so bear with me. So it is a 1/8 inch 80 CRV2 steel, tempered to a 60 hardness on the Rockwell scale. So it's a little bit of a harder blade, to put an edge on, but it's going to keep an edge. So I've had this for probably going on a month. I haven't had to sharpen it yet. It has been really, really slick. A couple of the things I found out, and this is just for, you know, I like to learn about stuff, so this is some of the things I found out about that type of steel. I think that it's a newer, not necessarily a newer steel, it's been around for a long time, but it's being used more and more by by a lot of custom knife makers who have had success with other knives. It is actually 80 CRV2 steel was traditionally known as a Swedish saw steel. I thought that was really interesting about that type of steel there. Everyone knows that a lot of blades, cutting implements out of Sweden are really high quality. They're very well known for it. They have a rich history of it, so I thought that was kind of cool. Also, I found out that the 80 CRV2 steel has a lot of the qualities as the 1080 series, which everyone's, you know, familiar with that through the years, but it also has a lot of the perks of 5160 high chrome steel, so I thought that was neat as well. So carrying on with the knife, so it's a full flat grind with a convex edge. I think you can pretty much see that there as I show you the knife. Natural canvas Westinghouse micarta scales. Really comfy on the hand so far, really smooth, doesn't slip even with wet, sweaty hands or dirty hands. And you have brass Corby bolts with a lanyard tube. So that's kind of the specs on the knife there. He also sent along where'd it go? He made a custom sheath for it with a that's set up right-handed for a dangler. I've been every day carrying this for close to a month now, and I'd have to tell you, most of the time I don't even know it's there. I work in an office environment, for better or worse, and I've been getting away with wearing it because I'm able to actually tuck the sheath part into my pocket, and no one has a clue. So it's been a comfortable knife for that. Kind of run it through its paces, so that's been real good. Knife in the sheath, you can see it just sticks out a little bit over an inch, maybe upwards of 1.25 inches, so it really makes for a nice secure setup. I like it. So anyways, what's a knife review without a little bit of a knife action, right? So we'll get to making some feather sticks, batting a couple pieces of wood, and I'll have fun with it. So maybe throw some sparks as well. Be right back. So first off, we'll do a little battening action. I have a couple split pieces of wood that we'll go through. Everyone's seen battening wood videos. It's no big deal. It's no big surprise. But I think personally, using a lot of different knives in camp, one of the things that I personally like with a battening knife is the ease of going through a larger piece of wood and how comfortable it is in my hand enough to get leverage to it. So I like that. So those are some of the things I look for. So we'll chop a few pieces and or split a few pieces and see what you think. So something that I notice right off the bat with it is when you get to the smaller pieces, it really skins it really nice. It's not splitting it to where it's breaking it like you get with some larger or thicker knives. But it really strips that wood really nice without a whole lot of effort. And that's great for doing split log fires, getting finer kindling. Huge advantage there that I have found out through the years. So, you know, just a few minutes worth of effort and get ourselves a nice little split pile there. Really is a bonus for getting wood and getting your fire prep ready. So one of the other things obviously that everyone loves doing with their knives is making feather sticks or shavings. Those of us who have been through some of the bush class lessons, you know, feather sticks and shavings are a big part of a lot of the different activities. So I'm not your best feather stick maker, but I do like, I have a couple different techniques that I'll use, but just to be able to just real quick. And this wood may not even be the best for making nice curls. And you know what, that's alright, because I got another piece of wood here. So here we go. They're not tracker curls, but they get enough of that going and we're in good shape there.
You can see it's very minimal effort for getting slivers and curls and everything else. That's a couple minutes worth of work, you know.
Have enough shavings going to make something happen there. One more test real quick. We'll go grab a ferro rod and see if we can get something lit. Be right back. All right, so for our last little drill here, we will light my feather stick with my trusty ferro rod and our test knife. And there we go. So overall, really easy blade to handle, to use. Get to go clean it up in a little bit. But something else I wanted to point out to you guys that I don't think a lot of people realize, something that I like to use, but you know, how many of us have a woods gun we take into the woods with us into the field? Most of us it's 22 caliber. I know I'm a huge fan of a 22 pistol and long rifle for bumming out in the woods or as a camp gun, especially for my area. You have your standard 22 shell. You have that lanyard hole, right? So if we undo our lanyard, now some knives lanyards are bigger, some are smaller, but I liked the aspect of this that you take your lanyard hole, put the bullet part in, squeeze it in, pop your bullet out, and do that to 2 or 3 of them, and you have enough gunpowder for helping with ignite a fire. A ferro rod with 3 or 4 things of gunpowder from a 22 shell, you got quite a bit going there for you. So huge advantage there to that knife. I liked the fact that it actually fits the lead bullet out of a 22. I was happy finding that out. So if you guys are looking for some knives that make a good overall bushcraft knife, good hunting knife, good woods bumming knife, Steadfast Handcrafted knives. Once again, find them on Facebook. If you have ideas for some custom blades, or you like some of the other knives that he makes, definitely shoot him a message and see what he's got and see what he can do for you. Pricing wise, I think he's very reasonable. I think he said a knife like this that he might, you know, sell for $125, $130. Don't necessarily quote me on that, but I believe that's what he had said about a knife like this. I think that's a huge value for a blade that style and of that quality. I like it. So anyways, Steadfast Handcrafted knives. This is his Puko style blade. Thanks for following along. I know I fumbled a little bit there, but hey, it's my first knife review and I'm honest about it. I'm an everyday guy on the internet who happens to have fun doing all this stuff. So you guys take care, keep training, keep staying safe at home, and keep getting out in the outdoors, alright? Take care, guys. Bye.